Hey, what's going on, everybody? So this is Donovan. I wanted to share something with you today. I've been working on something this week that's been kind of interesting, and so today I started playing my trumpet and trying to put in some of the stuff into practice that I've been reading or listening about, and I've been really amazed with the results. And of course, this is one day, and I'm not feeling well today. So this may be just one of those weird, we've all had those days where you feel like you could do no wrong, right, playing-wise. So this just might be one of those days. So, time will tell if I've really, figured something out or not. But so I'm going to share two things with you. Kind of come from different sources, but they're kind of coming together for me in a particular way. So one of the problems I've had as a trumpet player over my entire playing career, or at least as long as I can remember, like studying and pedagogy and taking lessons and stuff, is that oftentimes my bottom lip here would kind of like fall underneath my back one, and the mouthpiece would slide down, and I just had a lot of problems with that. And I would often have, maybe pretty good range because you'd have that smaller vibrating area, but just not endurance and stuff that I would need. And I would overblow a lot and things like that. It's just been kind of a constant struggle, something I've dealt with since high school and beyond, especially college and beyond. And so this advice that I'm going to give, or that I'm going to share, I'm not giving, I'm just sharing, okay? Because remember, this whole point of this page and these videos are just discovery and to share ideas and thoughts. But for me, that's a problem in trying to solve that, right? And so, like a lot of you, I have heard about the pencil exercise, and I've tried the pencil exercise, but this past week I kind of saw two sources of information that really got me thinking. And one is an ebook from Clint McLaughlin, or Pops McLaughlin. And he has about doing the pencil exercise, and I'd bought a couple of his books over the years, got back to rereading them, really was kind of digging what he was saying, so I just bought all the books and have been kind of reading through his ebooks and stuff. And then the other one is a series of videos from Roy Roman, who teaches the Stevens method. And so the idea basically that both these guys are more or less, and I maybe shouldn't, I don't want to ascribe too much to one or the other, but the idea essentially behind both folks were that you'd put the pencil in your lips, and with Pops, he doesn't want you putting it in your teeth. It's with your lips. But they both have this concept of like basically trying to angle the pencil up. Pop says about 20 to 40 degrees. Roy Roman basically says that you can use your teeth to do it, but you want your jaw to come forward so that the end of the pencil is roughly even with the tip of your nose. And then with Roy Roman, what he suggests is that you just blow air along the pencil, so the air is going to be moving up. And a corollary to the exercise is he recommends two blowing exercises to learn to feel the muscles of your embouchure so you can kind of know which is which. And the first one he calls the air to chin. That's basically you pull this down and you can feel the muscles through here. That one's helpful for me because that's probably how I tend to play the most. So like identifying like, okay, yeah, that's what I do a lot is useful. But then the other one is air to nose. And then this kind of comes back and this goes forward and you blow the air up. For me, that's super useful because then you're identifying the muscles here. Those are the muscles I need to develop more, okay? So that was one concept, this idea of blowing the air up and getting that out. Here's the thing from Pops that was useful. Pops had said that a lot of players, when they do the pencil exercise, so this is teeth closed, pencil between the lips, that thing. He said, your average player after about 30 seconds starts to feel the burn, maybe up to a minute. That was me. And whenever I'd start to feel that burn, I would just pull the pencil out. And use a little caution with this, okay? But Pops in his book would say those lead players that could basically play lead charts all night long, they could hold it for like 4 minutes in that position. And so I tried something because I what the heck. So I did the pencil exercise. So my teeth are closed. My jaw's forward, kind of like Stevens says. Roy Roman, Stevens, I'm sure. And I used a timer on my phone, and I just had it go. And I noticed after about 30 seconds, like I could feel the burn, right? After about a minute, I was like, whew. And not to the point where I felt like I was hurting myself. I wasn't feeling like sharp pain. I just was feeling that lactic acid burn in my face, right? But the thing is, after about a minute, it didn't get any worse. So I just held it. And I noticed that I could go, I think the first time I went to 3 minutes. And at the end, I just stopped because I just stopped. It was uncomfortable, but like I just stopped. And I've heard, I think both Pops and Roy says, like, if the pencil, like, if as you're holding it, if it just starts, like, dropping and dropping, then just stop. You're not doing yourself any good. But in my opinion, if you can hold it in this position, and then hold that for up to 4 minutes, you're probably going to build quite a bit of strength. Now, here's a couple caveats, okay? One, don't do this like right before you play, all right? Don't be silly. This is a great thing to do if you're going to play in the afternoon, you're in practice in the afternoon, something like that. Do this in the morning on the way to work, something like that. It's great. Way to school, something like that. That's the first thing. Second, if you feel sharp pain, like things that like you feel like you're doing damage to your body, not just that lactic acid muscle burn, but like pain, like then stop. Be sensible. Third, once you've done that, allow yourself some time to rest. So what I would do is once I would feel that burn and I was through, that looks funny in the camera because of the frame rate of the camera. And my mouth is actually going really fast, but when you see it there, it's like wah, wah, wah. Sorry, that's crazy. That's funny looking. Anyway, so do that, and what that does is that puts oxygen and fresh blood sugars, here comes the dog, back into there, and it gets the lactic acid out, and it will help those muscles rebuild faster, okay? So then after I do the exercise again, and hey Cindy, and then I find that I could stay and hold that for 4 minutes or longer. I would even do 5 minutes. There's the dogs. Do 5 minutes. Now, Pop says there's really no advantage to doing more than like 4 minutes, and I think he's probably right. I had kind of over-practiced some this week, so I was taking a few days off and thought, well, I'll do those, and as long as I don't feel like teeth marks or anything on my lips, I should be okay. And it was fine. So I would do that once or twice a day, the pencil exercise. I would do those Roy Royman exercises a couple times a day, to feel these muscles here. And then really important for me, air to nose, to feel these muscles here. And then the pencil exercise. And what I've been able to find is that by the strength that I've built there, and then by that air to nose thing, it's like made a crazy change in the efficiency and ease of my playing and my range. To the point where I just, a massive, massive jump. I've always been able to play high notes and stuff like that. But in terms of just having them be easy and come out quickly and stuff like that, I've always had to work my way to it and force my way to it. And this is much easier than what it's been before. And I don't know what it's going to sound like on the phone. It's probably going to sound terrible on the phone, but holy crap, that is loud. It's stupid loud. Super, super, super loud. And it's not that hard. It just really is not that difficult. And I can do it quiet, too. I don't know if I've ever experienced such a night and day shift from the way that I played a couple of days ago to this. It's crazy. It's crazy. Most of that what you're seeing when you see me raise up stuff, it's because I'm sitting sloppily in my chair, and when you hear that the high A and the high B flat at the end, it's just my muscles around my stomach squeezing, and because I was sitting with such terrible posture in the beginning, that as it squeezed, you'd see me raise up, and the redness you see in my face is just from compressing the air out to play those notes. So anyway, I know this is a long video. My apologies, but I've been sick and like haven't played for several days, and picked it up today because I was bored and was shocked at what a difference this made. So if you're one of those people that the bottom lip tends to tuck under, or maybe you've struggled with range, stuff like that, try the pencil exercise and check out Clint McLaughlin stuff. Check out the Roy Roman videos on YouTube, and check out the air to nose thing. See if that helps you. Good luck.